Hello and welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts. I've been asked a lot recently how I produce cells in my resin work. So I've got three different methods here of how I produce cells. One of them is just using heat with the resin, and two of them are different methods of using 99% alcohol. They're very simple to do and they produce some great results. Now, I'm not actually looking here to produce some brilliant pictures. I'm literally just want to show you how the cells are produced. So I'm doing it on some quite small boards just to create the cells. Hope you enjoy this video. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment below. I love hearing and reading the comments. Enjoy the video. So the first method I'm going to show you of how I create cells is here. I've already laid down a glacier blue coloured resin, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add onto the top of that my colours, and then I'll show you how I get the cells and some lacing as well. So this is without really any additives to the resin apart from the colour. So what I've done here is I've speeded up the film, because I'm sure the last thing you want to do is sit here and watch me do a little pour that I'm actually doing quite messily. So again, just to say, there is nothing added to these coloured resins here. It's just a pigment that I've used that I'm putting down. Now I'm just centralising it here and adding a little bit more of the resin before I go over it with the heat. So the heat gun does allow it to move around quite a lot, which is quite different from the torch. It also allows you to blend in these colours. So let's let that do its thing, and as you can see, it's already starting to produce cells. Quite a few here. There's cells here, here, and around here as well. This one I will only be using a torch on, and that is purely so I can burst the bubbles. There we go. I'm moving this around because this is a long board and I want to make sure that the whole board gets covered. Actually, doesn't really matter, I don't suppose, for this. So what we'll do is we'll just leave that and let that do its own thing. We'll just let that spread out, do its own thing, and then we'll go over it with the torch. You can already see in places it's starting to sell up. The alcohol I added to this resin was prior to putting it into the dirty pour cup, and you don't need to add much alcohol. I literally added about 10 drops per colour before mixing it in, and then I give it a good stir and then create a dirty pour. That way you have enough alcohol to create the cells. So on the first one you can see, which is this one here, this is the one that we just used heat and nothing else. I'm going to zoom into that one a little bit. Lily, shh, ow, I'm recording. And as you can see, that is celled up quite nicely, right the way through there, especially there, and that's given quite a lovely pattern to it. I think that's come out really well. And the second one, which is this one, which has got the alcohol in, has actually got more subtle cells. As you can see, there's cells here, there's a few here, there's some here, and actually they're quite good. They're all around it. This is the third method that I will show you that I use, and again this is using alcohol plus resin. Now in this resin I've got a little bit of mica as well, and that's for no reason other than actually I just like it. I've mixed up a blue and a yellow, and I'm going to do a slight pull with paper with some white, and then I will make the cells. I'm going to put a bit of white here on this end. I haven't mixed it up with lots of pigment because I don't want it to be really pigmented. Let's get a bit of paper. I'm going to pull that white through. Now, a lot of people I've seen on videos on YouTube and things use a comb, and that works really well. I'm using this, which is again a tile adhesive scraper. I'm just popping a bit of alcohol in a bowl, put the lid on that, and this is 99% alcohol. Okay, I'm dipping my thing in there, tapping it off. I'm going to pop that on there like so, and you will start to see the cells appear. Now don't dap it on too heavy. You don't push right down into the board. You literally just want to tap it into the resin. And this will make cells for you. And they're actually really quite pretty cells. You see where I did the white properly at the top, how much nicer those cells have come out, rather than where I've made it muddy. Right, and then what I do is, after I've made the first lot of cells, I then go in between. And there are a lot of people that have used this. This isn't, by any means my invention or my idea. I'm just showing you what I do and how I make cells. And if I could remember who taught me this or where I saw this, I would tell you who they were. So there's a little close-up of it. And then I will zoom in on it as well during the editing process. So if I was to do some lacing, in which I will do some lacing, but I'm going to do it on this one here, what I would do for that is, let's zoom out, I would get some white. I've got a little bit of white left. So I pour the white onto the picture, and the resin is still quite wet here, and then I go through it with my heat gun and allow that to spread out. I also use this technique when I want to make clouds on a blue background, and what you'll see is the lacing starts to appear, and it just really blends in and does it itself. And I would let that develop, because as that develops it will look a lot nicer, and it'll come out quite nice. This is the third picture I did. Now it's dry, and those cells have really developed well and come out great. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, so this is them dry. I'm really pleased with it. I love them. I love selling, and I love how the effect comes out as well. And I love putting on some white to create some lacing as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's been useful. please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you produce cells. Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share this video as much as you can to help my channel grow. Bye.